The first anime episode of God of High School just dropped, and I have to say, this might be the start of something beautiful, man. If you haven't watched the first anime episode, please go watch it. There might be a couple spoilers in the video. I'm sorry in advance. I really can't hold my excitement back too longer, so I'm glad I got to make this video just in time. The animation was like superb. Like, I loved it so much. It's great. Crunchyroll's been producing some pretty good looking anime. Tower of God is good. Go watch that if you haven't watched that. It's a great anime. But this anime has really like shown what Crunchyroll has been working on behind the scenes, because you don't really hear that Crunchyroll is like developing these things until like later on down the line. So it's good that they actually got to develop something so good. The fighting styles are going to be unique. It's going to be unique to each character, because a lot of the times when you get a fighting anime, they all look the same when they're fighting. But if you're going to produce something unique, you have to make something unique for each character, especially for the main character, Jin, which is pretty OP in itself. You know, the main character got some cool OP power that nobody knows but has yet to discover. I have not read the webtoon yet. I'm kind of mad I didn't, because this anime looks like it came from something really great. So I don't really know too much about Jin's power, but you can tell that he has like an OP power that nobody knows yet until he discovers it. You know, like the Black Hole effect, the Naruto thing, See, the great thing about an episode like this is that it leaves everything up to interpretation. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. You know who the main characters are going to be, you know, typically because of the trailer, so they introduce all of the main characters already, but you don't know who the villain is going to be. It's only if you read the webtoon, you actually get these inside ideas. And I really, really don't like reading manga unless I really, really have to. I'm sorry if I'm referring to manga as webtoons, but I really don't read it unless I really have to, so I don't know exactly what the main character's OP power is, because every main character has an OP power. I don't care who he is. What this first episode did was show us, like, give us a glimpse into the world, especially was it explaining things about how the three realms and which one is the most powerful. And the borrowed god power is actually an interesting concept to me, because that means that the main character really doesn't have his own power. If you're borrowing it from a god, then that means like they're just lending it to you. And it's not like the Naruto thing. When Naruto and Kurama was together, they was actually sharing power. They eventually came to terms and shared power. This is an actual borrowed power. So it's not really the main character's powers or any of the main character's powers for that, to that degree. So I understand why it's like that, and that's good. That means you can't be more powerful than the other unless you are more powerful than the other. And what I mean by that is like a lot of times when you get into these animes and the main character is just like this OP, unbeatable, crazy, unique power type of guy, but in an anime like this, it really like based off the merit of your own strength. So this is good. I'm glad they kind of showcased that in episode 1. But this episode was great, man. I'm glad they got to introduce the main characters. I'm glad we got to see the fighting style, where the anime is going. We don't necessarily know what's going to happen in the near future unless you read the webtoons, but you know, just anime casual watchers don't understand what's about to happen in the future. I don't. So I'm glad I got to see what this anime is going to be about. Now I'm like really thoroughly interested. I'm going to be reviewing this like every week. Please tell me what you think in the comments. If you're going to spoil it, please at least like just at least warn me. Don't just tell me. At least warn me that you're going to spoil it in the comments. Tell me what you think about the anime. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm definitely going to be reviewing this next week. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.